Okay, good evening, everyone. And let me just check once again whether you can see my screen. Well,
Yes, we can.
okay, good,
Yes,
very good.
ma'am.
And welcome all of you to this unique workshop. And I am very excited, to be talking to you all today. And as I wrote there, I'm really distracted by some people who have come on, especially Dana. I'm so excited. I'm trying to, assimilate that information that Dana is sitting there from North Carolina, and we met last, 2013, and that's exactly 7 years. Though we have been on the Facebook, I'm absolutely thrilled, Dana, to be here, and I'm very, very happy to see all the other people who are here in the Zoom platform, and welcome to all the people who are now watching me live on the Facebook. And I'm so blessed, I'm so grateful that all of you are here. Thank you very much. And as you know that we are going to have this workshop on vision board, right? So I'm sure that many of you must have heard about Vision Board. Many might have tried it, but my methodology is going to I'm going to reveal how I knowingly or unknowingly use the principles of Vision Board in my life. So before we start, I'm going to ask all of you to take 30 seconds, just close your eyes and concentrate on your breath and think just three things which happened today for which you are grateful. Three things that happened today for which you are grateful. So can we start right now? 30 seconds. Thank you. Let's open our eyes. We have just finished 30 seconds. I am very sure that we must have thought of not just three, maybe we had more. I just want those who can put your answer in the chat box. Just write how many items you could think to be grateful today. Just put the number in the chat box. I would love to see that. Put the number in the chat box. How many items that you think of that you are grateful? Okay, wow. 10, 5 to 6, 7, 8, 6. Wow. I would like to see some more answers. If you had seen more. Nobody is writing 3. Everybody had more than 3 items, just in about 3 seconds. Okay, someone told just thought of 3 as per your instruction. So lovely, so sweet of you. I think it's very important that Dolma is totally honest about that. She's telling you, ask me for 3 things. I thought of 3 things. So no, Dolma, next time when you close your eyes, you can think of more things, as many as you can. So I want to start with that note that all of us are now thinking about 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 things that we are grateful just for today. Imagine that if we start to look back at our life, how many items will get into that list for us to be grateful? I mean, that will be probably countless, but we take all of those things pretty, taken for granted. So let's see that. So this vision board is for all of us to welcome abundance. And I'm sure none of us sitting here is, opposite of abundance. all of us want to see abundance of wealth, abundance of health, abundance of happiness, abundance of peace. I'm very sure if I ask any one of you, nobody is going to say, oh, I don't like to have abundance in my life. We might say, no, I don't like to have negative abundance in my life. That is very true. But I'm very sure that together today we are going to find a small but very impactful way of creating that abundance in our life. There are hundreds of gurus available. They tell many things in many different ways. But I think I'm a very, very normal human being, but I've experienced some profound things in my life. And that is something I'm going to showcase to you, share with you to say that how vision board or positive thinking can bring us positive results. And that is what I am hoping to share with you. So first I'm going to share with you my story. Are we ready for a story? It's my real story. I will not tell anybody else's story. I'm going to tell you my story. And if you like stories, please listen in, because your story you will write once my story is done. Okay. So my story goes back when I was 4 or 5 years old. I was in Kerala and I was very young. I don't remember exactly, but I know I saw on some hoarding, I saw the picture of Switzerland. I think it was about some foreign trip. So I told my father, such a beautiful hill. I want to go to that place. Then he smiled and he said, someday you will go. And and then I searched my magazines and other things. I got the picture of Switzerland and I used to keep it inside my book when I'm studying. Once in a while, I'll open and I will look at the Switzerland. And then over a period of time, I forgot about Switzerland. I think I grew big and graduated into other class, and maybe I thought, oh, I am stupid to be thinking like that. But subconsciously, Switzerland was always sitting in my head. So whenever anybody talked about vacation, when I'm 10 years, 12 years, 14 years, 16 years, 18 years, 19, 20, whenever anybody talked about vacation, I say, the place that I would love to go is Switzerland. I did not talk about any other country. I always used to say Switzerland. But I had no idea that how am I going to go, because I know that I will not plan for a trip to go to Switzerland because I can't afford it. Okay. But I saw myself in Switzerland and I saw myself in that snow many times. Many times I used to think that, I am going to Switzerland. So believe me, I think I was, how old was I? Maybe I was 30 plus. And I was able to go to Switzerland. And today, when I think of it, I think it was a dream come true, and it was a dream. It was a Europe, trip, which I took with my ex. But immediately I asked, "Are we going to Switzerland?" I said, "Switzerland is part of that." And can you imagine? I reached Switzerland, and that time I realized, oh my God, my dream from the age of 4 to 5 years, and this is really happening today. Believe me, miracles can happen. That was one of the things that happened. I'm going to just share with you some profound things that I'm so grateful for. Those are the things I'm going to. There are many small things that has manifested, and I'm very sure as I am talking, I love you to think about those great things that happened to you because you wished it to happen so badly in your life, right? And I'm sure you will have such things to happen. And while you are listening to me, if you remember those things, write it down. I never thought of it, but this was a manifestation. I always wanted, and it happened. And whether you leave the story, you leave the dream, but you want it so strongly, it is going to happen. So now let me tell you the second one. When I went for nursing, 17 years old, 18 years old, and what I thought, I saw my nursing director, very powerful, walking around, and everybody is in awe of her and listening to her. That day I told myself, okay, I want to be nursing director. I want to be nursing director one day, and I had no idea. I'm still a nursing student. But it always stayed with me. And let me tell you that, when you have something in your mind, a dream, a vision that you wanted to happen, those days I did not know how to make a vision board or how to think about it, how to make it manifest. But I had a very strong conviction that I'm going to be nursing director one day. And believe me, I had to work for it. It does not just happen like that. That position will not come. So, which was the year I graduated, 1980, I passed out from nursing. In between, many things happened. 2001, I became the nursing head of a hospital. 2010, I became the group director of a group of hospitals. Once again, what I wished, it just happened. And I'm sure that you also have similar stories. Another very, very profound story in my life is when I was 19 years old. Okay, I am in the hospital. I'm not yet graduated. I'm a student. And we had a holy man who was admitted in our hospital. Okay, and this holy man could read palmistry. I'm sure that all of you know, people look at your palm and tell you what's the picture and all this. I know to read palm. Immediately I'll give my palm and say, please read, please read. But I never used to believe, and I never used to get heckled if they tell something negative. I never used to bother. But if they tell something positive, sometimes I think about it, I work on it and say, okay, he predicted this is something that's going to. So I am going to be focusing on that. So that day, so many people were going into his room. So we had a memo from our office that nobody is allowed to go into that holy man's room because we are disturbing. He's our patient. So then we found a way to get our lines to him. So we used to print our palm on a paper and we will write our name and we'll send it to him. So I also did that because I was too excited. So I put my print on a paper, I sent it to him, and then I get a call from my friend that this holy man wants to see me. I said, oh, he wants to see me? Wow. Why? I was very excited. So I went there. I said, okay, Namaste, Baba. And he said, this is your hand? I said, yes, this is my hand. I don't know if you can see me. First, he told me, if you can see me, I'm not very sure. You can see there is one extra line over here. Very few people will have. So one thing he told me, don't show your palm to anyone, but I always broke the rule. I will always show my palm to anyone who knows palmistry. So he said, this is a very unique line in your hand. That's what I remember. So it just came into my head that I am unique. All right. And I always used to think that I am born to do unique things and good things. Okay. So that was there, 19 years old. Another thing that he told that day was that you will have only one child and that would be a boy. So you will be mother to a son and he is going to do some great things. Okay. 19 years old. Can you imagine? So when I came out, I laughed and I said, all my friends, he told me I'll have a son and I'm feeling shy and everybody's, whispering. You can imagine 19 years how they are doing. But somewhere it was there in my head that I am going to be mother to a son. And as I grew, people wanted to know why I'm not marrying, why I'm not settling down. And I did not marry at the normal age or anything like that because I just didn't find the right person. But somewhere in my head, I was thinking, I'm going to be a mother of a son. It has to happen. It has to happen. Then obviously you need somebody also. But anyway, I used to think and let it go. I used to think, let it go. And I used to think that maybe I should adopt some boy and bring him up as, mother. So that's the time. Then I was almost 32 years old when I met my ex, and I had my son in 1998 when I was almost 38 years old. And my doctor used to tell it's a miracle that with so many fibroids in your uterus, you even conceived. I told the doctor from the age of 19, I'm thinking of becoming a mother to a son. That's why. Then he said, my God, your conviction is so powerful. My fibroids were growing along with my son, but I was okay. I just told my son, told my doctor, doc, just make sure this is my only one chance. So I should be fine. My son should be. Then she told me, how do you know it's a son? I can't tell you the gender. I said, but I know it's a son. And he was born 1998 and he is a son. And then that's a different story that, I became a single parent when he was 2 years old. And sometimes when I look at it, I think maybe my conviction of just being a mother was so strong that the providence told me, okay, be a mother and do a great job about it. So I think that is the power of thought process. So similarly, when we think of positive things, it will happen. And it is the same thing when we think of negative things, it will also happen. So it is very important to practice that, we are human beings, negative thoughts can come. We can't avoid. But believe me, with practice, you are able to push away those negative thoughts. So one of the exercise that, I learned while learning these things with many, many different, I never had went to a guru or learned anything. I picked up from many different people. One of the things that you can do is that when you have problems and you think that you don't like the way that is happening, it is to imagine clouds, the clouds pass by. And even when I'm in the plane, when I see the clouds, imagine that you put your problems on those clouds. Let it just float away, completely float away. So I'm going to give you exactly maybe 10 seconds to close our eyes. Imagine that you are in the middle, or you can even imagine you are in a plane and you are able to see those clouds, but they are moving. Deposit all your negative thought process, problems on those clouds and let it just float away. You don't need to know where they are going. Let them just go. 10 seconds, we are going to close our eyes. Just 10 seconds. Your time starts now. Okay, our 10 seconds are over. You can even take more time. I'm little aware of the time that we are going to have this workshop. You can even do longer. I don't know how many of you felt a little bit more peaceful. I always have a smile on my face because I literally put them on the cloud and I let them just go and say, okay, you get lost. And I have this smile on my face to say, you're gone. I don't need to worry about that. Because one thing that I realized, and I'm sure that all of us realize, we all can live only our life. I cannot live my son's life. My son cannot live my life. We are influencers, and nobody can change somebody else. We can only influence somebody else. But I think for our influencing power to improve, practicing these positive things in our mind works very well, because when people come in contact with us, they tend to feel positive about things, and you may be able to offer what you have, right? So it's always important to see the things that you want as already yours. This is one of the most powerful message. You should not, whatever that you believe in, whether you believe in a particular god or it is universe, it is just energy, whatever it is, it doesn't matter what religion we are. When we close our eyes and when we pray, we should always say thank you in the present tense. Thank you that I got. Even if you have not yet received, you should be able to say thank you. You have to imagine that you already have that. So during this COVID, one good thing that happened with me is that every time I opened my hand to pray or to meditate, I literally feel that good things are coming to me. Even if I'm not able to see what exactly is that, I'm able to see that. So all of us will figure out how we develop those kind of habits. But today what we are going to do is a physical way of inviting what you need into our life. So that is the vision board. Now you are going to do a little bit of exercise. I will guide you through to create your story and what do you want to attract. Okay. Before I take you through the proper way of doing the vision board, can I ask you, if you have got a pen and paper, just write down few things that you want to attract. Just write down in your book few things that you want to attract. And you can always do this exercise with your team. If you're working in a team, you can do with them to ask that what do we want to see in our team, or with your family. It's very exciting you do with your kids. Younger they are through this vision board. Okay. So let's go to the next section. Now I'm going to guide you how you're going to make the vision board. We may not have enough time to do the things that we should do in a workshop, but you can complete this when we finish with this 1.5 hour of intervention. So for to have a structured approach to a vision board, there are 9 segments. There are 9 segments which will guide us to bring our what we want to attract in our life. So the first one, as we know, everyone wants wealth. Maybe in the paper, you have a notebook, you can write wealth and write very specifically what you want. Wealth. You can write this much money you want. I don't know. 1 CR, 2 CR, 100 CR, whatever wealth that you want. Or you can say that this is what I want to own. I don't know you want to own what. Put a figure. Don't write lot of sentences. Just put a figure today. Just put a figure only. Just put a number today. So that is the first compartment. The next one is reputation. You can see. Yes, Munmuna.
Actually, I received a call that I did not get. What did you say, ma'am? Just sorry.
Okay, no problem. I just said wealth. When you write about wealth, just write a figure of what kind of money you want to have.
Okay.
You will write 1 CR, 2 CR, 30 CR, 100 CR, whatever it is. Just write a figure. Okay. The next one is about reputation. Where do you want to see your reputation? Maybe I want to see myself as a great influencer of nursing fraternity. I don't know. Or I just want to be very well known as the CEO of a company ran by a nurse. I don't know. I have not yet written down. Today I have not written down. So you can write what is the kind of reputation. Reputation can be your individual reputation, or it can be a collective family reputation, or it can be a team's reputation. Today, just write for yourself. And you can always repeat this with your family also, where they will sit together with you and then you will be doing this exercise. So if you have done the reputation, let's come to the next one. Next one is spirituality. If you believe in spirituality, what is that you want to be? And if you are not able to come up with something, just leave it blank. That is not a problem. Vision board can have just one thing, but it should be something that you really want to believe. What should be spirituality? For me, spirituality is just being a very good human being, just being peaceful. Whatever I do internally, I want to feel at peace. Even if problems are there, I don't need to get too much hackled about the problem. And that's for me the spirituality. It could mean anything for you. Just write it down. Next one is about relationships. Relationship with your family, your children, your cousins, your sister, your brother, your can be anyone that you are planning to, um, you want to have, not planning, you want to see it happening. Relationship. It could be anything. And the next important thing is, next one is about health. Now, what do you want to see in yourself when you think of health? Be as specific. Please don't write, I want to be healthy, because that does not mean anything. If you say that, I'm going to cycle, I want to see myself cycling, or I want to see myself doing a marathon, or I just want to be, fit and, I should be able to stand for some time. As specific as you can get. Don't worry, if you're doing this first time, you can be little all over the place. You can refine it after this workshop. So the next one is about love. This is mostly your love, your partner. What is the significant other in your life? There will be somebody, your partner in your life, husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, or it could be a very unique, person in your life that you want that love to manifest in some way. And those who are not married, maybe you have certain desire in your mind. Just write it down as clear as possible. Suppose you say, I want to have a husband who's very, very kind. Maybe that's what you want to see first. The person has to be kind. If I write, I want him to be kind and billionaire, millionaire, and all that stuff, then the universe get confused. What exactly you want? You want a kind person or you want a billionaire person? Which one? The universe needs to have that message very, very clear. What is it that you want? And as specific as you are, the high chances that you will make it happen. The next one is career and education. Where do you want your career to go? Do you see yourself acquiring more education? You can write it down. This is your vision board. And be as bold as you want, because that is your deepest desire. We are bringing it out into writing. Many times we don't even share this with our closest people because somewhere we feel, oh, what will they think about it? Don't worry. Nobody is going to see that. So you're going to write career and education. And the next one is hobbies. Hobbies. There's something that you want to pursue. What kind of hobby? I know I love singing. That's a hobby of mine. But I have never written it down that what will happen to my gift given by God about singing. I never wrote it down. And I don't think because I never wrote it down, probably nothing happened also so far. And now I am trying to make things happen. And believe me, this vision board workshop that I am doing, I had been actually seeing it happen for the last couple of years. I said, I want to do this workshop, I want to share this thing. And but I did not know that means where will I call them, who will attend, you know, how, when will they come, not sure. Now the corona came and showed me the way that I can do it virtually. It's just a matter of investing some time into the workshop, right? And I'm very happy to see that physically there are 29 people sitting here attending the workshop. And I was thinking that how many people will actually believe in the concept like this? I was not very sure. Many times, you know, young people, they'll say, "Woof, what is this? Like something like a voodoo? You're doing something that magic will happen. You will write something and something will happen." I am telling this to you. I'm 61 years old. I have manifested things in my life. So, with that authenticity, I can tell you that yes, you too can make things happen. Yes. And the next one, that where do you want to go? Travel. Where you see yourself going? Fulfillment. What is your fulfillment? So, in case any of this particular item, if you are not very clear, don't worry. Sometimes when you're doing this exercise for the first time, nothing comes to your head. No, nothing comes to you. You'll say, what am I going to do? Now come back to these pictures. The pictures which are here, just pay attention to these pictures. I'm just going to use a highlighter. Okay, this already yellow. Let me go to the highlighter 1 second. Okay, this is your wealth. Can you see that? This is your wealth. This is your wealth. Where the picture of money is there. So when you make a vision board, right now you have written some items in your book, okay? When you actually start to make the vision board, I told you that you should have paper cut, you should have old papers, magazines, scissors and glue. So what you are going to do is, when you actually want to create a vision board, make sure that you have a chart paper. And I'm going to show you something I did a couple of years ago. If you will see this, this is a small paper. You can see it's a very small sheet of paper I have taken from my son's, art book. And my world revolves around my son. So I put my son's photo and my photo. This is my world. You can also do that. You can put the photograph of your family if you want, or you can put yourself. There's no right and wrong way of doing it. You can create the vision board that you want. And I put that. Now, if you look at this vision board, you will not see things that you can immediately relate to. But there are like words. I used words to write what I would like to see in my life. And you can see that I wrote here ascent. It can mean ascent, many things for many people. But it has a special meaning for me. So I'm showing you exactly, this is 2 years old. A lot of things which I wrote here is already happening. I wrote here, made easy. I can talk about it. I wanted to ensure that learning and sharing should be made easy. And God forbid, I never thought that Corona will come. And it will actually make for me easy to share learning and this kind of workshop virtual. I never thought. But today, when I look at that word, I say, oh my God, this is what I sent to the universe, but I never saw Corona. But it is manifesting. I'm able to do this workshop virtually. Like that, I can interpret a lot of things here. So you can either get photos or you can get words. And you will actually refrain from writing down. You know what happens? Writing down is almost like making notes, okay? They suggest that we should find pictures or letters from newspaper or magazines. You have to go and search for the pictures. In my previous company, we did a vision board for the company. All of us, participated. It took us about 2 hours. We told that, what do you want to see in the company? Please find a picture or find letters. And I don't have a photo of that, but it was such an exciting exercise. In a couple of my leadership classes, the teams, a particular ward, the teams, they got together and made this vision board for their own team. And the first advantage is that there's a lot of camaraderie that happens. Even when you're doing in family or friends, suddenly everyone feels connected. Everyone's thinking, okay, I have this in my hand, I want to put it there. If you say, what is that? They will say, no, no, I don't want to tell you. This is my vision. Very good. And I did this testing with one small child who was 5 years old. And I told her, that what do you want? What do you want in your life now? Now what do you want to happen? And this little girl, she drew a building, a multi-story, your residential building. She made that, and then she just circled one flat on the higher floors. So I told her, Beta, you are already living in such a building. Why are you drawing this again? So she's told, ma'am, that I am staying in the ground floor. I want to go up to the higher floors. Imagine a small child is able to put that into a drawing. And when you ask children to cut out the pictures that what they want to see in their life, you will be really, really surprised, what they come up with. It doesn't matter what is their age, as long as they can come up with what they want. It will be a great exercise for all of you. So now you can see wealth. The second one is the pictures now you can relate to. Now this has got no meaning. I can put the picture of dollars, notes, or some numbers. I want to see this much of number on my vision board. I can do that. I have this page and this page both, but this page has most of my things that I want. Something I forgot to, I just put it over there. Okay. So now that I'm doing a workshop, I'm going to create another vision board. Since I have started my own company July 1st, I would love to make another vision board. I just have to find time to get all my pictures and cuttings. So this is how you make a vision board. I hope all of you have written something under these quadrants. Have you written? If you have written, you can just raise your hands. Not all the quadrants, even few if you have written itself. Please do write, because otherwise I feel that your 1.5 hours that you're going to spend here will not add value to your life. Today, my objective is to add some value to your life, personal and professional. How to invite the things that you want to have in your life. Okay? So let's so while you are creating this vision board, and when you're looking for words or pictures that you want to put on your vision board, be as specific as possible. This is what I told you. Be as specific. Don't be having any abstract words, because the universe will not understand, will get confused. So be as specific as possible. And if you're doing this exercise with other people, don't let others to dissuade you. Somebody might say, oh, Tankam, why are you writing this? How is this going to happen? Don't bother. So today, my son, he knows I'm doing this workshop, and I know that he's not 100% convinced on my conviction around manifestations. But I am sharing with him that how things are manifesting in our life. Let me tell you that my son has just finished his engineering, and he wanted to be an entrepreneur. So he said, I don't want to work for anyone. He wants to be an entrepreneur. So I always support him in his decisions. But somewhere in the bottom of my heart, I always wanted him to work for some time. Work so that he can understand the culture of team. How do you work with people? How do you manage conflicts? How do you manage a boss? We have to have that experience, because he never had that. He was in the college. I just really wanted that to happen, but I never pressurized him. And believe me, slowly, once he came back home, he started looking at opportunities to work, and he wanted to work with some exciting IT people. Some exciting IT people he wanted to work. And thank God that he got his offer letter yesterday to join such a company in September. So I'm very happy that now he is going to work for a company. And imagine, I told him, I saw this happening, beta, now it is happening. I never told him that you have to work with the company, but I think I kind of sent that energy to the universe, and then that is being granted to me. And there are other things, that is there. uh, the ability to see things comes slowly. It comes slowly. The first step is to create the vision board where you can see the words, you can see the picture, and you're putting it on your vision board. And then also, when you are finding the picture and the words, use feeling words. Use feeling words, and that feeling words are very important. You know, in my this thing, I wrote here, one life. For me, that is very important for me to know that I have only one life, and I just need to do what I need to do in this life. So that I'm just trying to remind myself there is one life for all my passion, and just next to the one life there is another word called passion. So I am passionate about many things, and I'm just telling myself it's only one life. Let me make it happen. And thankfully, everything is happening the way that I am able to do these things. Now, this kind of a workshop I am able to do under my company's banner. It is only because I own the company. I don't have to ask anyone, should I do it or should I not do it? So absolutely, absolutely thrilled that I can do the things the way that I want. And you can see that in the picture is you using a virtual reality, something like that. We should be able to see that picture. We should be able to see the picture that it is actually happening. Then it will come back to you in the same manner. The more you can feel, the more you can even smell. I'm not able to smell things yet, but I can see things. I'm not able to see myself in one place and actually smell the area. But I think at least one experience I have had when I was actually trying to visualize and meditate was this a moment of surge of, it's very difficult to explain what was that. It's a moment of surge of ecstasy, or suddenly your tears come without any reason. And I thought only happened once, and that was not because of something that happened. It was absolutely a state of feeling grateful for all the things that has happened in my life. The more we practice these things, the vision board helps us to start that journey. We have to invest time in ourselves. If we don't do that, nobody else is going to invest any time in ourselves. So vision board is one way of starting that journey. And here I'm putting this out to you. If you want, you can take a screenshot just to see all the compartments under which you can put your thoughts. If you have already written down, no problem. So these are all the 9 quadrants, and it is very important. If you go to YouTube, you will see lots and lots of videos around vision board. And I have also seen them, obviously, before I tried it out. I've also seen them. Now, the debate can be, oh, I don't believe in this. Faith. And I think it is the same thing. Whatever faith we have, whether we have faith in God, or whether we have faith in whatever name of the God, or you just have faith in universe or the creator, or you have faith in some form of energy, then things will happen the way that you want it to happen. But if you think that no, I don't believe in anything, I let it just happen, then there are some forces already in place. So like yesterday, we had a bridge collapse very close to our place, a bridge under construction. So I could have told, oh my God, that's very bad things to happen, and I could start into a negative discussion. But the first thought process that came to me was that thank God it was night and it was under construction. It has not yet started commuting vehicles. Imagine if it was commissioned and then it collapsed. It would have been far more loss of lives and injury. Yesterday, nobody got injured, nobody came under the flyover. Now, there is time for the government to find out why did it collapse after 2 days of continuous rain. So the attitude of looking at the positive side of things we can slowly develop in ourselves rather than looking at the negative side of events that is happening. So if you create a vision for your life, doors will 100% open. And I have shared what happened in my life, and that is not, that's the complete truth. There are many, many small things. If you are more aware of it, you will see that you want this to happen, and then it really happened. And I'm very sure of that. And we will spend a few minutes with all of us because we don't have too many people here. We can listen to others who might like to share whether any such things they have experienced in their life, or they were aware of it, or you have just become suddenly aware of it. I mean, this is something I envisioned this to happen. And my last word is that my underlying principle in my life is an absolute attitude of gratitude. I always tell myself I want to be 200% grateful for what is happening, and I want to express my 200% gratefulness to each one of you for being here to make me realize a vision that I always had, that I will conduct a workshop on vision board. And when we have time, actually I planned a vision board workshop of about 4 hours where actually people sit down, they cut the things, they paste the things, but in a virtual world it might not work. And that's why I don't want to lengthen this workshop, but I really hope that some of you will create the vision board and share with me to say that I have done it. And let me tell you, the more that we can share with the world that this really works, we can create more positivity in the world. And today with corona pandemic, it is very important to have that positive attitude. And doctors have proven this. And many of us are healthcare workers, and we know that. Doctors will say that the patients who have got a positive attitude, they have a higher chance of recovering from the worst of conditions than the people who are very much afraid and always thinking, oh, this can go wrong, that can go wrong. Even I know those kind of thought process comes to my mind also. When you have some pain somewhere, you will start having so many differential diagnoses. Oh, wait, this can be this can be this can be this. So suddenly I have to call upon my cloud and say, come here, I don't want all this thought process, dump, go. This cannot happen. And this has happened with me, even with health issues in my own life. And I have literally willed it that this cannot be so. And it was not so. And I'm very sure. And finally, all of us have our own share of, negative or not so very good happenings that will happen. And even those happenings, when I rewind and look at my life, it all happened for something good. But I was not able to see that when that negative incident was happening. It happens in our life. When it happens, we say, oh my God, why me, why me, why me? Then after some time, when it's all over, you will go back and say, oh, I did not realize God was trying to protect me. God was trying to guide me to reach that place. And I'm very sure all of us, everyone sitting here, have some such experience or the other. So I'm going to stop the slide here, and I invite the people who are here, if any one of you would like to share so that others can benefit from your reflection. I would really love to invite you, and I can see Dana and Unmana on video. Whoever is sharing, please share your experience. I would request that you come on the video and share. And this is getting recorded. Please don't mind. If you don't mind, you can come on the video and share. And in case you don't want to be on the video, you can be on the audio. So please raise your hand, the people who want to share, so I can call out your name and you can share. Anyone? Unmana has unmuted herself. Yes, Unmana.
Yeah,
I'd love
actually,
to
ma'am,
know from.
thank you very much for asking me to join in your session. I was going upstairs to collect my clothes, actually. So suddenly when you said, and quickly I just turned on, and the subject that you are dealing with now, it's also very close to my heart, the things you are talking about. And I'm so happy and so glad to hear about your attitude of gratitude and the positivity about. I just would like to say quickly about the things that happen at me, that how do I look at the things. If anything, like I just making it very short, ma'am. Like if anything happens, something happens to me, I always look at the things like why it happens. I don't think. I just think how it come out, how to resolve it. That is the first thing I think. Second thing I think, what should I do not to happen this kind of situation in future? Any situation, it may be related to some relationship conflict or anything around me, and I take the stress, I take the anxiety. I don't take why it happened, why I am suffering, not like that, but I have to resolve it. So it gives me anxiety. So that way, at this age, I don't know you are aware or not, I have got my pacemaker almost 2014.
Oh, I was not aware. I was not aware. Oh, okay.
Yeah, but during that time, I was on my toes from morning till 8 o'clock to evening till 7 o'clock because of a combination of both hospital and college, initiation of college duty. So suddenly one day I was not feeling good after coming back from Manipur. Okay, then I wanted to do some Ebola, some infection was going on at the time. So I was not feeling good. So I did some blood tests. Then one of my friends suggested you just do ECG also. Then I did ECG and I was full day. I was walking, came back, and doctor asked me, you do that TMT. Then I said, I can't do it, halter. Halter, you do it. I said, I can't do halter because we are going to have a conference of international conference. People are coming from Singapore. No, you have to do it. Then I have done after 2 days. I did the halter. Then I have given the halter report. Then I forgot to ask what else about. By evening 6 o'clock, they told me come tomorrow for the pacemaker. Then only I felt my pulse is not there. Then immediately next day I went to my hospital. I got implanted. Then only I came to know what was my diagnosis. Actually, I did not have time to talk to them that it was a complete heart block. So on the third day I discharged because so many visitors were there. I was not able to rest over there. Then after that, on the 5th day with my bandage and all, I have attended my institute function and all. And I, now also I don't know that I have pacemaker with me, So what I would like to say, I don't think of the problem.
Okay.
Is that all right, ma'am? Yeah.
No, it's okay. Somebody else was talking in between.
I don't think of the problem actually, ma'am, that I have got this and that and all. If I have something I have to do, it never comes to my mind that I am with the pacemaker even now also. So again, one fine day, 2-3 years back, again, one day I was feeling very weak, not weak, before going to bed, I feel like sitting on my chair, armchair. Then I said, doctor, because they see me 24 hours just on my toes. I said, I'm feeling tired. We are also feeling tired. Every time he say like that, the doctor, because they don't see me resting and or walking slowly. Then he said, okay, you do one day angiography. Then what I did, okay, fine. That day also there was some meeting. Then I was going with a very good sarees and all. Okay, today I'm coming for angiography. How much time will it take? During my pacemaker also, husband was at this one, Meghalaya, and that day also he was not there. Even I did not have any attendance also to sign. I called some faculty because they are not taking me in to put my pacemaker. Please come and sign. And to take me out also, they were looking for the attendant. Anyway, so I asked them angiography I'm coming for. How much time it will take? Then they said, you have any work, complete and come. So I completed my meeting part and I went over there, and they are like making fun of it, why Unmona is doing angiography. Then suddenly they become silent during the procedure. Then I understood why they are silent. Then they're looking for attendant. Now, who are the attendants? No one is there to come. Then I called my colleagues and they said that you are having some block like that. Okay, fine, block is block, but I am fine now. I said, I am fine, but they are giving me medicine, I'm taking it. But even now also I feel, don't think of that I have a block. I don't think of I have a pacemaker. I'm completely active about, like, my mind, I keep very positive and active. So what I would like to tell, like the way you say, if I think of positive, it will happen positive only. If I think of negative, it will happen negative only. And I can create my heart problem now also. Okay, like just like that, okay, I have got this and that. That day, just quickly, one more minute I'll take. That day, my husband diagnosed COVID. He was going for random test before going to Meghalaya. He wanted to take a negative report, but he came out with a positive report. Oh. Then after he left the COVID center, I was so busy and occupied at the house. I did not have time to think. So many webinars online, I cannot think of because it is planned before. Somewhere I am lecture, somewhere I am organizing by myself. I don't have scope to think of, and then my report supposed to come now. I was, any phone calls come which is unknown, I am scared to take because I have my webinar to attend. I am thinking after webinar I will attend. So I never had any negative thinking regarding the COVID. Of course, I'm setting my situation and all this thing. If it is something wrong, I'll go. Otherwise, as there is no cleaner at home because of the containment zone our house, I had to clean from drain to the cooking. So what I would like to say, lot of problems we create by thinking. With our mental state, I feel we can create and we can heal. I just want to say that much only, ma'am, for now.
Thank you. Unmona, I was not aware of all the things that you shared. And those who know Unmona, I have known her for some time. I have always seen her so vibrant, always willing to say, go get her. That's what she is. And your medical problem, never know. I never knew that, and God bless you. And I think the positive attitude and the attitude of gratitude can only keep us in the right perspective, in the right compartment of, feeling peaceful, confident, courageous, and knowing that, come what may, I'm going to come out of this, And maybe sharing like this, meeting people, sharing positive things are very important for us to stay in that right perspective. And the people who joined here, probably they are the ones who are practicing some form of remaining in that right mental frame, so that you are able to, face anything that comes in your life and move forward. Yes, it is possible, right? Dana, would you like to share something? It'll be great
Sure.
to hear.
Yeah, I just want to thank you for leading this session, and it's such a wonderful reminder, because I too believe in manifesting what is positive in your life, and I think it's a great exercise to create a vision board, because oftentimes we think about what we want, but having those visual reminders, I think, is kind of brings you back home, right, when you kind of stray away from it. So I just want to thank you for that.
Thank you very much. And have you also experienced such manifestations in your life? I'm very sure.
I have.
While you're sitting here, you must have thought of it, right?
Yeah, I feel like I'm a person
because I know.
Yeah, that when I decide that there's something that I want to work toward, I go there, with purpose. And like you said, when you were young, you felt that you wanted to be a director, but it doesn't just happen. You do have to work toward it. And that's okay. But having that path and that positive thought, I think and that intention is really important.
Great. Thank you so much for sharing, Dana. Very happy to have you here. Anybody else sitting here would like to share? Dolma raised your hand. Yes, Dolma. Yes, Dolma, you can share.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Am I audible? Clear? Is it audio clear?
It is audible. It's audible. Yes.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for organizing this workshop, which I personally believe a lot. Though yeah, I don't do this vision board part. I do have some background knowledge of it because I read lots of books. So that's why I do have some knowledge. But exactly how to do and all today, I think little bit it's little bit clear. But on this platform, since people, it seems like we all like you know what we think alike, you know. So that's why I just wanted to share a few of my life's experience. One thing is the manifestation part, you know, with good intention, whatever you manifest positively, it does happen. And one, I would like to agree with power of thought, which you said, power of thought. And a very small example, but actually happened with me. Tell everyone here. I thought this is a way, like the apt a platform to tell you all, because others won't like believe in it, but I do tell people whoever is receptive to me. So to everyone here, I just wanted to tell you all that I am a renal transplant patient since the past 20 years. Okay, so in 2000 I got renal transplanted, and after that you know the complications and the effect of the steroids and all. So I had this osteoporosis, you know, steroid induced osteoporosis. That's why I have the arthritis problem, so much of it. And like around maybe I should say maybe 5 6 years back, I came into this while reading the books Power of Thought concept, and I just thought, what's wrong with just trying it, experimenting it? You know, I have lots of knee problems, especially during winter. Like when I get up, I just need half an hour to strengthen my normalize my knees, right? So now what happens was one day I was in the metro, I was reading that Power of Thought book, and then I just thought, let me try this. You know, if it's saying, there was one line which I totally forgot, but that line was very powerful and it just stuck in my mind. I just thought, let's see, I'm healthy. I have a perfect, health. I have a perfect body and I can walk perfectly. Like that, I just thought, and it was so from inside, you know, deep inside, I really tried to think of it. And then the next minute, you won't believe it, it didn't take me 2 3 days or weeks. The next minute, when I came out of the metro, I just walked through the stairs, which was not at all possible. So this is one thing. And second is, I'm in a government sector, you know, and you know the what should say, the culture of government sector. You don't have a career ladder. You know, I'm a senior nursing officer, and it's been 20 years that I'm a senior nursing officer. But since 4 5 years, when I'm into this exploring these things, the manifestation part, the positive thinking, and everything, my career has so much of, you know, the graph just went like this. From it was going like this, and just in government sector, you know, the graph is like this, very stable. You know, now since 4 5 years, it's going up like this. Just for this is not my doing, but you can see from the back, this is my husband's, you know, creativity. You can see all my few of the achievements here within these 3 4 years. So this is not made by me, by the way. It's my husband's, you know, he made it for me. So, and I have a loving family, always you know, pure. So that's why everything comes, opportunities comes to me. I don't have to run after opportunities. So this is all I wanted to share. Thank you so much, ma'am, for creating this platform. Ma'am, you are muted, I think.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Dolma. That is a profound testimonial for positive affirmation. This is called positive affirmations. That is another part of the same things, you know, to make things manifest in our life. Vision board is one tool. The other powerful tool is positive thought process or positive affirmations. If you go to YouTube, you'll see so many things. It is like I am saying that this is what I am, and you believe it 200%, and it is going to happen. Like Dolma told, she said that I'm fine, I'm not going to have pain. Can you imagine that she manifested that within few minutes? When she came out of the metro, she had no pain. I mean, that is a profound testimonial, and I think it is anybody can make it happen. And there is a technique that I used for some time, since you mentioned that on the mirror, that I look at the mirror every day. So I used to write there, I am healthy, I am healthy, I am enough. I am enough is one powerful word that I believe in, because I think when I say I am enough, then I am not looking at anybody else. To make things happen, I am enough, you know. So thank you so much. I mean, Unmuna and Dolma, you have shared very powerful stories, and I'm so indebted that, you know, all the people sitting here, I'm sure that everyone has benefited from that sharing. I would invite anybody else would like to share anything in their life that has happened or manifested, or I don't want you to discuss about anything that you are going to manifest. That is up to you, how you are going to use this vision board technique powerfully in your life, the way that it has been explained. See, vision board, if it is not done correctly, then nothing is going to happen. And the most important thing when you're creating vision board is to believe that it is going to happen. So the secret, if you go to the secret web page, you will find, you know, template for check. You can take a print out and you can write a check for yourself with your name. And that's something I have not done, but I know it is there. You can write a check for yourself for the amount that you want to see in your life. Print it out, put it, you can see every day. It reminds you that I'm going to own that kind of a money. And the opportunities will automatically start coming. And that's what Dolma shared, that her career path, which was kind of stable like this, and the moment she started thinking about growing, it definitely went up. So if, is there anybody else who would like to share? This is before we wind up. If anybody else would like to, I can't invite, but I can see a lot of people here who might like to share. If anyone wants to share, please raise your hand. If not, I would have to say thank you so much for each one of you for being here. And thank you very much for all the audience watching on the Facebook. And special thanks to Dana for joining us from North Carolina. It's such a pleasant surprise. And all the other people, you know, Dr. Unmana, thank you so much for sharing story. Dolma, a big thanks for sharing your story. And thanks for all the people who stayed throughout the workshop, because I think somewhere you believe in this concept of making things happen in our life. So let me go with this last thought, that this is our life, this is my life. And I have to decide what I want to do with my life, nobody else. So there are ways that you can make things happen. If you are a huge faith person or a spiritual person, use that to make it happen. Because when you tell God, this is what I want, absolute abandonment of your faith is very important. If you have doubt, then that universe will take that, you know, energy of doubt, and then it will be like iffy that is going to happen. But if you just let it go, it is not that you have to look at it 24 hours a day also, but you just have to be convinced that this is what is going to happen in my life. And it affects our family also. Please understand that we are not stand alone, though we live our life alone, but then what happens in our life kind of influences our dear ones and near ones around in our professional personal life. And I'm very sure we can, you know, manifest the things that we want and be hugely grateful. I am not debating at all that, you know, once you practice all this, nothing wrong will happen. But let me tell you one thing that I have found in the last 3-4 years is that when you actually step out of a security of a well-paying job, when you step out from there, you have other kinds of stress that comes in. And I used to sometimes wake up sometimes with some little bit of panic. You know, it's like you're not very sure where the life is going, you know, you're a little worried. And for the last at least for 5-6 years, I found that, you know, I'm very peaceful. Most of my anxiety used to come from financial reasons, not for anything else. It is more about, where the money. But then something or the other happened to help me through that problem. Now, when I think of it, I don't even think about that as a problem. I just let it go. I'll say that I'm sure a solution is going to come to me. The house that I wanted, or the money that I wanted, the career that I wanted, all these things happened on its own. I thought about it very strongly. And the most important gift that I have got today is that I am extremely peaceful inside. And I can tolerate a lot of things that go around me. I don't have to get affected by that. I don't have to get consumed by somebody else's behavior or somebody else doing something to us. That's when we get, affected, because we allow them to upset us. But if we decide that that is their problem, it is not our problem. Yes, if somebody is not doing something the way that we want, it's because it is their problem, it's not my problem. How can I force them to behave the way that I want? I can influence. I cannot even force my son to behave the way that I want him to behave. I have to allow him to learn, him to evolve, and respect his personality. But I can guide and support. And I would say that, it's nothing to do with vision board, but this is again another testimony. I spent 3 years with my son without working, because I read somewhere that if you spend 3 years in their formative 3 years, the first 3 years, all that you have given in those 3 years, they will bring it back in their adulthood. And I can see that happen, because in the 3 years, I have trained him for things. One was, unknowingly, I just told him to be kind to the animals. And today he's an adult of 22 years old. He's more kinder to animals than humans. He has got more passion. I mean, if he sees anyone hurting animal, he gets very angry. If a human does that, he will try to find out why was he angry. There must be some reason that they are fighting. But with animal, he says no. They will never harm us unless we go and provoke them. So why should we harm them? So this is one small example of saying that what we invest in our children at the right time, in the right way, it will come back. I'm not expecting anything. I just want to see him as a great human being. And I can see it happening slowly. So all this workshop, I have bared my story so that for you, it is a experience of another individual, another human being. I am not repeating what is written in any book or anywhere. So vision board is something really that can happen. It is hugely beneficial. It's hugely powerful, but the power is in your hand, not in my hand, in our thought process. How do we go about, I think, the step of creating that board and keep it in a place that you can see it every day, so it reminds you. So this vision board actually sits in the altar where I do my morning prayers. I just keep it behind that. And I have another paper that I have created, that is the gratitude mandala. Today is not that workshop, so but I would still show you what I created. Just give me 1 second. If you are interested, this is called the gratitude mandala. I have written here, I am grateful. Then I wrote all these different things that I am grateful for in my life. So, you can write whatever that you want. So I had so many things to be grateful. So morning when I get up, when I stand in front of the altar to say prayers, I see these two things. Then I tell myself, I have many things to achieve and I have so many things to be grateful for. And that sets my day. And then I am able to face anything that comes my way that day. I mean, I just have to. So that's very important. Where do you place these, boards? It's very important. Don't make it somewhere and, just forget about it. Be proud, make it. And those who are staying with family, please involve them. We'll be very excited. What is their aspiration? What are they going to put it in the board? And maybe you can achieve that together. So my vision board actually has my son's involvement there. He was not part of making it, but I know some words have got his influence, and it is going to happen to me through him. I know that for sure. So I see myself in some places, and I know that he will be the reason for me to be there. Absolutely, I believe in that. So with that note, I will wish each one of you all the very best in your life, and may God bless you to stay positive, come what may, so that you are able to give that very genuine smile on your face. And it should come from the heart, and I'm very sure as long as we are grateful, that smile will automatically come. I'm so grateful for this technology today, which made it happen that I can meet all of you on this virtual workshop. And I'm able to wear this cloth today, which is very party like. I don't wear this when I'm doing my trainings. I'm very happy. I'm able to do something different. It's almost like, I'm having a great time looking at all of you. And I wish, many of you will come on the video so that, you can also express your smile. I can see Geeta smiling, Dana smiling, Unmuna smiling, and it makes me smile more. So may you all smile more. May you all remain more peaceful and achieve. Yes, Anju, thank you. Anju is always smiling, so she came on video now
Thank
to
you so very
show me
much,
that I
ma'am.
am also
It was
smiling.
good
Yes.
hearing to you. I said
Ah,
thank you so very much. It was good hearing to you and very motivating, as usual, madam, as usual.
thank you so much. So
Thank
we
you so
got
much.
Jitu also coming on the video, and I wish that Jitu is smiling. Ah, okay, he's smiling. That's good. That's very nice. So thank you so much, all of you. A lot of people are joining pretty late, but I think our workshop is over. And please go ahead, create your vision board, and let me know when miracles happen in your life. Just
Hi,
Yes.
ma'am. Ranjana here. Hi, ma'am.
yes, Ranjana. Hi.
Thank you so much. You share your experiences and whatever testimony you have shared, it shows so much of your truthfulness. You've just come
True,
up front and, you're just motivating all of us, especially this time where, everyone is so demotivated. So you've really been a great mentor for me, and you will continue to be my mentor, my guide, my teacher. And it's been decades that I know you, but I've always seen a leader who's always inspiring and trying to lift nursing to a very high standard. So thank you so much for doing that for nursing, and I wish you lots of love and luck and happiness, and your son, for whom you've always cherished, the best will come to him. And thank you so much for everything, and it was really really, I was fortunate last minute I joined this, but it was fortunate to join this session of yours, and God bless you so much. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for so many blessings. And I think that's what is going to be with us. It comes back to you. If when Ranjana is telling me, I feel that the universe is giving back the blessings to me. So thank you so much, Ranjana, for verbalizing all that. Uh, I don't think that I'm great. I just feel that I try to do my best. And I think one life should influence another life. And this technology is helping me to somewhere influence more lives through my trainings, through my sessions. But these webinars, what I am trying to do, we are not doing anything related to a particular thing. It's not a topic. It is, you have seen mindset, mindfulness, and now today vision
Yes.
board. And we will bring a very exciting thing next month. Watch out. We are
Yeah.
going to bring very, very exciting things. So we are going to bring something related to music. So be ready. Okay.
Okay.
So we are going to run that through the month, and then last week of September, we will have a musical night. So I have already told you the story. So it's going to build up over the month, and then we got some very prominent medical professionals who are singers to be the jury also. And I am not the jury, okay? So I told you I have not done anything about music. Now the universe is bringing it to me and saying, okay, you want to do something? Now do something about it.
It will happen. It will happen for sure.
So thank you so much, all of you, for being here. Jitu, you are saying something I cannot hear. You are muted.
Yeah, ma'am. I was telling you thank you for your wonderful session.
Thank you.
It was really an enlightening talk, and thanks a lot for sharing your insights. And in fact, I have made all the 9 quadrants of my vision board after your workshop.
Okay.
Thanks a lot. And I have heard from many of the other participants as well. It was really been mind-blowing, and you speak always from the heart, and I have always a high regards to you, because I have heard about you from many of my colleagues as a leader in our profession. So I have a huge respect to you, ma'am. Thanks for your session as well.
I'm so happy when young people are, looking at the quadrant, and Jitu is creation board. And I don't know, in another 20-30 years, when Jitu is manifesting all those things, wherever I am, I'll be blessing you. Thank you so much. Anyone who has taken the pain to create the vision board, it is my promise that you will manifest those things. You will manifest, because you will work towards that, because you are telling that I want this to happen. So you will work towards that. Then the small obstacles are not going to be your obstacles. You will see an opportunity in every obstacle. Both are O, obstacle, opportunity. When you see the obstacle, you'll say, maybe there is a way around it. I always used to tell, ये भी इसलिए शायद हो रहा है कि क्योंकि कुछ अच्छा होने वाला है. मैं ये नहीं बोलती कि अरे भाई मेरे साथ ये क्यों हो रहा है. I have changed that dialogue. I always say कि शायद ये इसलिए हो रहा है, कुछ बड़ा अच्छा चीज आने वाला है, या कोई बड़ा अच्छा चीज बुरा होने से हमें बचा रहे हैं. So as a final thing, मुझे वो शाहरुख का पूरा डायलॉग verbatim पता नहीं है, but I will just repeat that कोई चीज को हम दिलो जान से चाहेंगे तो पूरी कायनात जुड़ जाता है कि वो आपके हाथ में मिल जाए. So please keep your hands open, receive what the universe has to give you. Okay. With that note, thank you so much, and
Thank you, ma'am.
And bye bye, and good night. Shabbat khair. Bye.
Thank you so much.
Good night, ma'am.
Good night. Take care. Bye bye.